What's that?
There's only 12 boys like that.
12? Hey, a football team. I am big about football. I love football. Anyways, she's a unit director of the Boys and Girls Club, active in the Chamber of Commerce, the Steele County Drug-Free Coalition, Girl Scout leader for 9 years, service unit leader for local Girl Scouts, which is like the treasurer, the secretary, that type of thing. It's the bigger part. BP Matmen, Women of Today officer, Boy Scouts, 4-H, board for the early childhood education. And like I said, their big thing is the Boys and Girls Club, and that is amazing for Blooming Prairie. It is. I love the idea that kids are coming home from school, or not coming home from school, but going to the Boys and Girls Club, and they have a structured area to go. Education is what it's all about, and that's what the Boys and Girls Club does. It is a great event. There's a lot of children out there that don't have parents at home after school that can go there, and someone will help them with their homework. Can I send my 10th grader over to you, because I have no idea what he's doing. Thank God he does. But it's so important at an early age that children have somebody to help them go through their homework. And the Boys and Girls Club is a wonderful, wonderful organization. Now, Mary has 3 people here to, I like to say, kind of roast her, but it may be not roasting, but maybe just poke a little fun in. Jackie Hilson, employees at the Boys and Girls Club. We have a Packers fan here, Billy Dearson from Wisconsin. You're a Packer fan, aren't you? I'm sure. Aaron Rodgers is God.
My heart still belongs to the Vikings.
No,
Yeah.
even with the Pack. Oh my gosh, I love the Pack. But and then we have Ruthie Aaron's daughter to Mary. I would like to introduce Jackie Olson first to come up and say a few words about Mary.
Does anyone have tissues? Mary tends to get emotional.
Mary's sweating because I've got a bag. And I'm not doing this alone. I have Desiree Sherman and Samantha Wasik to my side. So if you'll bear with us, we just got done working not that long ago, so we're a little jazzed. We're always carrying a bag full of something. Mary, when we were thinking of how we would go about roasting you tonight without getting into too much trouble, we came to the conclusion that you are simply the queen. The queen. Hold on. We have props. Who wants this one? Yeah. The queen of procrastination. That is. Waiting to the last minute seems to be a specialty of yours, whether it's writing grants, making flyers, or planning an event. Speaking of an event, save the date, the gala is coming up in February. The other event I was supposed to promote is Pancake Breakfast with Santa, December 9th. However, you never cease to amaze us in one way or another. You get the job done. It's procrastinating time. Something's due today. We often hear the words, Mommy, Mother, hey, Mother, radiating from your office doors. That cell phone ringtone is truly one of a kind, and it seems to always be going off. However, it's usually only us staff that hears your phone ringing, as it always seems to be locked in your office.
Turning up your volume. Sorry.
I'm just wondering if I'm supposed to do this back to you. Sorry. I work with kids. We got to go with visual cues. Okay. Back to the cell phone ringing in the office where you're not. But have no fear. The club phone will inevitably go off seconds later, and whoever seems to be calling reaches you one way or another. Mary, you've said it before, that you have never been accused of being a quiet person, a fact we know all too well. You have a great laugh that is truly all your own. However, your talents do not stop there, as you have a whistle that can quiet a room of screaming children in 5 seconds flat. It's easy to see how much you love your job and how much the club kids mean to you. And this tells you what you mean to the club kids.
This is gonna make me cry.
You can't cry, I don't have any tissue.
I gave her some.
Oh, that doesn't matter, she can't. It seems you would do just about anything to make them happy.
Thank you.
Whether it be playing games, dressing up in funny costumes, or the never-ending shopping sprees that you seem to find yourself in, just for new toys or a random fun item that you think the kids would just love. Always the generous one, the moment you walk into a store, it's clear that no clearance aisle is safe. On a more serious note, Mary, the kids adore you as much as you adore them. It wouldn't feel right ending here without telling you what the kids you do so much for had to say about you. We asked them to tell us a few of their favorite things about you, and it's easy to see what a great impact you have made in their lives each and every day. She's nice, takes us fun places, and dresses up for us. Verdiana. She's generous. Peyton. She is fun to be around. Jillian. Picture a little voice about no taller than this, sharing his opinion. Mary is a good staff. The next little voice, who's like this, but usually jumping and climbing and tearing around. Mary's cool. Mary respects everyone and treats us all the same. Charisma. She always cares about what happens to us. Kyle. She plays with us, is nice, and we always have fun. She is kind and pretty. Melanie. Now this one we all, as staff, totally adhere to. She is the boss. Ethan. This little guy likes the fact that she can give us power hour points and gifts. If you don't know what power hour points are, ask any of our club kids. They will tell you. They earn them, they lose them, they regain them. It's a big deal out there.
And they spend them.
And they spend them, yes. She lets us play outside. Tyler. She is Citizen of the Year.
No.
Logan. She is nice and always looks pretty. Bella. Congratulations on being Citizen of the Year, Mary. We are so proud of you and can't think of anyone more deserving. I have one more thought for her too. Since the Queen is sometimes in her office, this door hanger tells everyone at the club the Queen is in, procrastinating. Now, when that phone's ringing and the door's locked and she's not in, the Queen is out, procrastinating. Procrastinate no more. We're here, Mary's here, it's all good. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie and girls. Next one is who I do give a little comment, is Billy Garrison. She is the former director of the Boys and Girls Club and a Packer fan.
Not giving up on
Viking
that,
fan,
are
aren't you?
To be honest, I'm really not a football fan. Don't shoot me. I don't tell them that. I don't tell them that in Oshkosh either. I walk quietly through the store. Everyone else is in green and gold. Keep my head down. Excuse me. Those of you who know me from my days running the club will probably recall that I am really not fond of public speaking. So my first thought, when Ruthie called and invited me to participate in this tonight after, where will I find a scarf to hide my hives, was I have to go, put aside my own fears and come be a part of this for Mary. Because even though I met her in the capacity of a staff and an employer, she's become one of my best friends, and I wouldn't miss this for the world. The first time I met, I'm gonna cry now. The first time I met Mary was in 2007. I had just started working at the club, and we had a few holes to fill in our staffing. And another employee came up and said, I know who we should get. There's this woman in town. She's got experience working with kids because she's a para-educator. She's involved in Girl Scouts and Cub Scouts and Mat Men and all these civic activities. And I said, well, set it up. Who is this? Set up a meeting. I want to meet her. And I honestly expected her to come in a blue suit with a red cape and boots because she sounded just fabulous. And I wasn't disappointed, although we got off to a rough start because as soon as we sat down, she crossed her arms. And Mary's always wanted to get right to the point. She doesn't beat around the bush. She says, so what do you want? And I went, wow, this changed my game completely because I was prepared to dazzle her with all my ideas and my brilliance and highfalutin ideas from the big city. And she has done things with that club that are just amazing. I didn't teach her it. She brought this all to the table already, so I was completely comfortable when I moved on to Rochester and became director of operations to put her in my place. And we can all agree she's done great things. She may not have a cape, but her superpowers are unquantifiable. Thank you.
What's her downfall? Kryptonite or?
Giant heart,
Giant heart.
but that's okay.
That's a good downfall. Oh, this ought to be good. Next one to roast is her daughter. Awesome. Ruthie Aarons.
Let's get to the funny part now. Okay, so I think we can all agree that we all see my mom as this superhero one when it gets stuff done. So you would just suppose that her house is just immaculate. When you walk in there, I'll tell you what, there is stuff everywhere. You walk in, and then right above the ceiling, there's so much stuff that's there's no use for it. My mom is like, oh, but they're antiques. Girls, they're antiques. They're fashionable. I'll tell you that it just makes the place look cluttered. And then you walk into the living room, and then there's just like this mass of Longaberger baskets. I don't know if you guys like Longaberger baskets, but if you're raised like I was, every single room, there's Longaberger basket. Even in the hallways, the bathroom, you name it, there is a basket. But if you walk into the living room, you see the baskets, and then you look right, and you see this beautiful piano, and you look up. There's about 18 dolls staring at you? 36 eyes just beating down on you, watching your every move. Yeah, no, it's not a pretty sight. It's not a pretty sight at all. My mom, everyone just sees her as this wonderful person. And I agree, she's wonderful, but did y'all know when she was a child, she's quite the hellraiser? You know what she would do? She would go down to, where was it, Mom? Adams, with all her friends. She would go down to this tractor lot, put the tractors in neutral, and just roll them down the road. Oh, and she was the only girl part of this. She was just, all of the guys. Yeah. And then my mom, she was a big ag person. I mean, she grew up on a farm, obviously. She's going to be the ag person. And, all the boys didn't like her because she was a lot better than them and knew a lot more than them in the ag stuff. But one time, her and her friends, they got together. They decided to wax the egg room windows. And my mom's on the top one. She's waxing it. She's like, hey guys, look, I see a light. Oh, I see a light, everyone go! So then they all jump in the little car, and my mom's climbing down the ladder, and she just jumps, she doesn't even open the door, she jumps through the window with the back seat, and it's like, go, go, go! They didn't get out of that one very good, but they sure got out. Anyway, when my mom walks into stores, She takes me shopping. She'll be like, okay, we're going right for the clearance. She picks up this most ugly thing. Look, isn't this cute? No, it's $2. You gotta buy it. I don't care if it's $2. I'm not buying it. And then, she doesn't care what it is. If it's on clearance, she's gonna buy it. Whether you have use for it or not, she's gonna buy it. And then she's like, oh, I had the perfect idea for this. And you know where it sits? In my front porch where nobody goes. Yeah, she probably wasted a lot of money, but nobody wants to, ever say that. Oh, geez. My mom had 3 children, and I think they all progressed. We got Zach here. He was only a wrestler. That's about all he was good at. He tried track. He was okay. But he wasn't no shining star. And that second child she had, have you seen her try to hit a volleyball? Well, that's not good. That's just not good. But then I think she finally was like, I want a shining star for once. So she pushed the little one to her limits. And then in the 7th grade, she was on varsity for track, and now in the 9th grade, she's on varsity for basketball. Yeah, that's good. Hannah Aarons. Yep. But when my mom was younger, she took care of her little brothers. So she always thought that to find a boyfriend that she needed a project on, to take care of them. That one didn't really work out well, did it, Mom? That didn't work out so well either. But it's okay. It's okay. She's learned from it, and now look at her. She's the queen, obviously. And queen of procrastination, let's talk a little about that. She'll be like, she'll make all of our appointments. She'll be right on top of it. She'll be like, when we're walking out, saying, bye, Mom, we're going to go to school. Oh, no, you have a dentist appointment today. You're not going to school early. No, you got to wait. So then we don't even get our homework, and then we get all behind. And then she yells at us. We are the wrongs here for not getting our stuff done. What is this? No, she's not organized at all. You guys may think she is, but she's not. Isn't this supposed to be funny? I'm just getting right to the point here. We have this thing at my grandma and grandpa's house called Camp Silo. So, and all the brothers, and my mom, she's the only girl. They all get together at my grandma and grandpa's house. Well, we all have a fun time. One time my mom had a little too much of a fun time. She's playing tug of war with a tree. That one really turned out well. I wasn't there at the time, but I heard all about it. I'm sure that just... Who won, Mom? The tree, yes. The tree, yes. But she thought that she was just this immaculate man. Oh, I'm saying that's enough. Oh. Well, on a serious note, since I'm the last one to say, I should probably say some good qualities about my mom. I'm just kidding. My mom is very responsible. She's raising us 3 kids, obviously we turned out good. Have you seen us? But anyway, my mom, she's a very caring lady. I love her to death, and she gets to the point. She loves each and one of those kids at the club, and she just wants the best for them, and I just really love that personality trait of her. I don't know if that sounded right, but I don't know. I didn't really know what I was going to say. I just winged it. The whole time. I'm not going to lie here. I hope I did good. And I haven't been making eye contact with any one of you. I've just been looking at this nice wall of the corner here. But all in all, my mom's a wonderful person, and she's so deserving of this award. So, yes.
Well, Winnie, you did a pretty good job. You're a natural at this. Do you want this job? I bet Tammy would give it to you. Yeah.
She wants to be married. She wants to be married.
Okay, Mary, you've been roasted a little bit. Not too bad, though. You're very deserving of this, Mary. I thank God we have you in Blooming Prairie. And I'd like to give you this award for Citizen of the Year. Thank you, Mary. I'm just going to get a picture of it. I'll stop clapping and I'll sit down. Sit down. You're making Mary nervous. I'd like you to have you introduce everybody at the
I
table.
have not, no. Okay,
You should.
all right. This is Billy Dishon, as you know, because she spoke. She's my mentor, even if she says she wasn't. The Boys and Girls Club wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for her. I just took over after she fixed it. Next is my youngest daughter, Hannah, the star athlete. And then my middle daughter, Ruthie, that wings it just like I do. I never prepare anything, I just fly by the seat of my pants. And then my son, my oldest son, or my only son, well, I guess not, I have 3 others. But anyway, Zach, he's 18, and goes post-secondary at Riverland. And my mother, Deanna, and my father, Bill. I also have my brother Bob and his wife Ruth, wherever she went. My nephew Scott, oh, she's with Carter. And my brother Matthew and his wife Holly, and my niece Desi that works for me. So. I just want to thank everybody. You know, it took me, let's see, so it took me 44 years to decide what I wanted to do. And I love getting up every morning and going to my job. So it just makes it so easy because I love the kids. I love this community. I never would have thought, if you read the paper, I can't believe he quoted me. I grew up in Adams as a Southland Rebel. And when we played the Awesome Blossoms, it was like, oh my gosh. And now I am one.
And who won?
Probably the Awesome Blossoms. Not all the time, I don't think. But anyway. I'm very proud to be a part of this community and all the giving people in this community. This is a very humbling honor to have. There's so many people in this community that are deserving of this. And I'm just glad to be doing what I'm doing. And I'll be there till I retire. Don't quote me on that. Thank you.
Mary, I just want to tell you one thing, that you should be very proud of that, because how it's done is everybody who's gotten that in the past, either the Outstanding Young Minnesotan, or, because it started out originally as the JCs. The JCs had different Outstanding Young Minnesotan, Outstanding Educator. They're all invited to vote on it went from the JCs to the Chamber, to the Citizen of the Year, one award. And it was originally was the Outstanding Young Minnesotan and the Distinguished Service Award through the JCs. And all the people that have gotten that before are the ones who vote for you. Okay, so everybody who has gotten one in the past, and there's quite a few of them in this room today, have voted for you. And you were unanimous on getting that. So be very, very proud. You should be. And you're very deserving of it. Thank you.
I gotta take over. Once in a while, I like to take that mic too, Jim. Jim, get back over here. Yeah, when he took this presidency, he goes, 2 years? I gotta do this for 2 years? I said, Jim, you're gonna blink your eyes and it's gonna go past and 2 years is gone. And sure enough, he couldn't believe he's writing his last newsletter, which he's really excited about. But I had to bug him every month. Where's the newsletter? You know, and you're like making me look stupid, it's late. But he has done a great job of leading the chamber for the last 2 years, and I've got a little something for him engraved from the Chamber of Commerce. So thank you very much for all your hard work. I need his glasses to read that.
Is this something for my, like, being in bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, that's not a bedpan.
What's it look like to everyone else? Hey, Dad, what do you think of this? What's that look like?
Well, we want to thank you, Jim. And then before everybody leaves, I want to take a minute to go around each table. Like Jeffrey Jackson, your table here, all of your stuff on your table is from Craig Ford. Sherry and Rick Craig, stand up for, they are the ones that sponsored your table. Thank you very much. And And the table that Sherry and Rick are sitting at is from Farmers and Merchants Bank, and we have a few representatives of Farmers and Merchants Bank. Thank you. And Lamar Nelson's table back there, that is from J&H Liquors. And Nick Schiefert's table has a money tree from U.S. Bank. Next year, Farmers and Merchants is going to put $100 bills on their tree. That's what he said. And Chris and Scott Ohm, yours is from the Boys and Girls Club. And let's see, what does yours say? I'm sorry.
Insurance.
Our insurance.
Farmers.
Farmers.
Hometown.
Hometown insurance, okay.
R&R.
R&R Insurance is from theirs, and there's nobody here from R&R Insurance. And your table, Jackie, is, pardon me? Touch of Charm, and Leanne was sick tonight, so she couldn't make it. Doug and Tammy, who's yours from? Holman Insurance, Keith and Carol Holman, thank you. You can stand up. Come on. They're always supporting us. Dennis and Carol, who's yours from? I can't see. Sports Stitch, Linda and Clemenson, thank you very much. And Donna and Cara brought that floral arrangement, and they're our newest members to the chamber. We really appreciate you coming to donate. So now if you take your program on the back, you should have congratulations written on there, and whoever does gets to keep the centerpiece.
I'd like to thank everyone that donated a centerpiece. It's very nice of you to do that. Thank you very much. It makes it kind of a little fun. Who got this on the table? Who got the crazies?
Only because he stole your program.
Perfect, you can have it. You came from further away than I did. I'd just like to thank everybody for letting me be your president for the last 2 years. I'd like to thank everybody for coming here tonight. This is a great honor for us to honor Mary. And apparently I get to maybe do one more meeting next month, but I think Tammy Johnson, stand up, Tammy, your next president, stand up. Thank you, Tammy. She will be a very able-bodied person to take over this position, guarantee it. Her husband, Commissioner Doug, next to her, was widely voted in this last election. As far as I know, I think the meeting's over with. If nobody has anything, we're done. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.